Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to DemonCrawl. Last time we were on Quest 4 and couldn't quite make it through. I think I would like to try doing that one again. We do still have Spy 2 activated, and I'll probably be able to earn enough tokens while I'm doing this to unlock Spy 3. The first few stages I think are going to be relatively easy, and so if nothing too interesting happens, I may do some editing out so that we can get to some of the good bits. But I'm just going to do some easy things here at the beginning, such as going after all the things that are next to zeros in order to open things up, and I'll bring you guys back in as things get a little bit more interesting. Okay, I went through the first stage easily. On this stage, aching. Whenever you make a mistake, increase the maximum power of all other stages. Every 50 cells you open without making a mistake decreases the maximum power of all other stages. Alright, so let's make sure that we don't make mistakes. So far, I've managed to pick up a candle and a torch. Candle's a one-time use. The torch is just to reveal a target cell. So when I have a 50-50, I could probably use the torch. And otherwise, things are still very straightforward, and so I'll bring you guys back as it gets more interesting, but that little aching status effect was worthy of being called out. Okay, I think I might be at a point where there's some interesting reasoning. There are 6 monsters left. One is here. One is here. 3 of them are somewhere in here. One of them we already know is there, so that means 2 of them have to be in here. So 1 here, 2 here, leaves 2 more monsters in here. Now with that information, only one of them can fit in here. And so, given that 2 of them had to be in here, if only one of them was here, I feel like there might be something I can reason out here, basically by making a speculative guess and then following it to its logical conclusion and reaching a contradiction. But I can't quite piece it together. I could reveal number of random cells equal to the visible cell with the highest value. I could use the candle. I could use a torch. And honestly, the torch would probably do... And it's just mana, so I'll be able to respend it. Let's use the torch, actually. And should I use it on one of the 50-50s? That would probably break things wide open. So let's use the torch on maybe this cell. Okay, that cell was clear. So now that tells us that goes there. And now that opens up some information, probably. Exactly one of these 3. Exactly one of these 3. One of those, there's 4 monsters left. There could still be a number of monsters packed into here. Although previously I think I reasoned that there had to be 2 out of 3 monsters here. So if there's 1 here and there's 2 here, that kind of implies that there would be 2 here, but there can't be 2 here. There can only be 1 here. So something there is wrong. Alright, but if there's exactly 1 in here and exactly 1 in here, suppose there were one of these 2 so that it took care of all of those, then the other 2 monsters would have to be here and in one of these 3. Or alternatively, suppose there was 1 monster in one of these 2 that was touching both the 4 and the 3. Then in that case, the other 3 monsters would have to be here. It would have to be kind of like stuffed up in here then. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I still don't have enough information, and I'm not sure that we've gotten through 50 cells to decrease power levels yet. But I have 1 in 3 chances of getting the right answer, so let's just take a guess. Alright, we got lucky there. So now I can do some reasoning, because I know that one of these 2 is it, which means that this one can't be it, which means that this one has to be it. And now both of these have to be it. So that pretty much is going to solve the rest of the puzzle. Nope, we still have a 50-50 guess. Really? That's a shame. Yeah, it just comes down to a 50-50 here at the end. right? I'm not missing anything. Yeah, there's no way to reason through this. Alright, we got lucky. I'll take it. Oh my goodness. Alright, and this was just the second stage. So I'm a little bit worried. I do have some assets that could help me out. I've got the torch, I've got the candle. We don't have that much money yet, so I'm going to continue to skip the shop for the moment. And who do we have here? Give me 3 coins and I'll fight for you. That's probably worth it. Let's go ahead and hire this mercenary, and then try to work on sections of the puzzle that are kind of far away from him when possible. So, for example, here's a 0. Let's start working over here. And eventually that guy will find his way into some enemies that can fight for us. Alright, exactly one of these two would be next to the 2. We've already got this one. That means this one is safe. And meanwhile, this guy is beating up on monsters, so good job. And why is there a question mark here? Cells with a value of 4 or greater are obscured. Got it. So it is a 4 or greater, and it's been obscured. Well, ain't that a punch in the face? Yikes. Alright. I'll find a way to cope. Don't sweat it. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Okay, what do we got? We need to get that mercenary moving so he can help me out. There's a 1 here and a 1 here, so this has to be open. That got him to move a step. Let's just look for a couple more easy things like that. 2 among these, and also 2 among these. Well, that means this has to be open. And this guy just defeated another monster for me. Great. And yeah, that all of a sudden just answered a whole bunch of things over here, which is even more great. So I can start doing some clicky-clicky. 4 here means that this guy has to be a bad guy. We're not going to be able to find out since we don't know this. It says 4 or greater, but we saw a 4 here. So I don't know if that means that this was a 5 and it's kind of misread, or if it's because it's an open cell versus a closed cell where we managed to clean a number. So I don't think I have enough information to do anything amazing there. So let's instead just go to the only place that we can kind of move safely, which is down here, and hope that the mercenary eventually goes in a direction that's going to help us out. And hey, look at all these treasure chests. I want them. Nothing is certain but death and omens. Every 5 minutes lose half your lives. Well, that's no good. Diamond in the rough. Reveal and apply burning random hidden cells until 1 lands. Alright, it's a Molotov cocktail. Alright, so we'll use that when we need it. Monsters tremble. Burn all visible monsters. That's also pretty good. We don't have visible monsters right now, but it could be good in the future. Oh boy. And now I have like a time limit, which I don't enjoy. And I have a feeling it's going to go like between levels as well. So this is going to force me to play faster than I am accustomed to doing. But we'll just have to live with it. And there's 0 monsters, so I can just reveal this cell. Great. Okay, so it was a question mark here. It showed up as a 4 because it was a covered cell, but when it's uncovered, it becomes obscured by this crazy thing. Alright, so we finished the level. There's a heart here that I don't think I get any bonus from. You're already at max life. Yeah, exactly, so I can't even take it. And we still only have 21 monies, which is still not super great in terms of shopping, so I'm going to... The torch is fully charged. Great. Let's remember that we have the torch when we need it. The timer, sure enough, is still counting down from the same number where it left off last time. So I'm just going to be losing half my life at some point here. And so I'm going to try to move swiftly. And also still try to commentate, because that's what I signed up for, making these videos. So we'll see how well that all works out together. And the answer, honestly, will probably be not all that well. But we'll see. Practice has made me a lot better at this game than when I first started already. And so perhaps I will be able to pull off something amazing, despite the time pressure. We can only hope. Alright, so we've got some ones there. We have some more things I can do over here. Stars align, golden ring, slightly increases your chance to find coins. That's a nice passive. Alright, going in the Codex.
Hello.
Who is this guy? Selling legendary items for 28 coins. I don't have 28 coins yet. I would like a legendary item, though. If I manage to scrounge up the coins shortly, I might actually do that. Oh, boy. It has to be one of these two, which means it can't be this one. It has to be one of those, which means we got a 1 in 3 chance over here. Got a 1 in 2 chance over here. It might be time to use a torch. Oh, here's coin. Still at just 27, though. Still not enough. Okay, there are 6 monsters remaining. And I don't have enough information to locate them all yet. So let's use a torch somewhere. I don't have visible monsters, so yeah, let's use the torch. And I'm just going to use it here. Somewhere where I know that there was like a 50-50 thing going on. And yeah, sadly that didn't do stuff, so we have a 1 in 3 over here, so I'm just going to take a risk. It didn't work, but now I have the chance to apply the burn all visible monsters. So let's burn this guy. And let's see. One of those means all of these are safe now, having burned that monster. Oh, I got burned by clicking on the... Oh, dear. Clicking on a burning cell burns you. And half my life would kill me at this point. And I don't think... what else could I do? Let's use a candle because we're desperate. Oh, it only works... Okay, the candle's more powerful than I thought. Because it only works on the open cells, it would appear. So we did manage to escape this level. And maybe now I have enough money at the shop that I could buy something. We also leveled up, which is nice, because we got more coins. So let's check out the shops and see if we can buy anything that's going to save our life. Rerolls the mods on a selected stage, guaranteeing at least 1 stage mod. I don't know that I want that. Target a cell with a magic item, it gains electric. When you complete a stage, gain 1 soul for each electric cell, value 5 or greater. I'm not going to complete any more stages. Armor. When you consume an item, gain coins equal to half its value. That's kind of nice. I guess I'll take that. And we'll also check out the other shop in case there's anything cheap here. There is. Double all your coins or lose them all. I won't have many coins left. Solve a random cell, it explodes. After you open 40, gain boomerang. That sounds great. And the burning one, yeah, let's get this. Okay. And now let's just hope for something amazing because, oh dear, contains an unknown number of monsters. So I can't use the monster count at the end. Alright. Let's just work quickly and see what we can do. At most one of these, 3 of these, I can't reason through that just yet. Okay, there's a 0 over here. So let's definitely do this. There's a 1 in the corner. Here's another 0. Here's some more coins. This one has to be a bad guy. There is something that can hopefully save me. Cut the duration of your status effects in half. The timer's still running. This is so rude. Let's use the boomerang, and it'll come back after a certain amount of time. And I think I'm basically just going to die here in a couple of seconds. Because I presume half my life, when you're at 1 life, will bring you down to 0. Maybe we can find a heart between now and then. Wand of Embers is fully charged. I don't even remember what it is. Burn all visible monsters. There weren't any. Yeah, oh, I never equipped the armor. Let's put on the armor in case it's going to save me somehow. Nothing lasts forever. What is this now? That's still the boomerang. Maybe it did not. Maybe half of 1 is still 1. By whatever math the game is using. Because I don't think that hit my armor, because I think it would have told me that it broke my armor or something. So yeah, unfortunately we're in this stage of, as usual, there's all these game mechanics that I'm encountering for the first time, and I don't quite know how they work, and you can kind of speculate. But you don't actually know, and... yeah, it just leaves you guessing. Okay, the boomerang is back. Let's use the boomerang again. It seems good. We'll get some money. Money's also good. And see what we can do to solve the rest of the level. Oh, I do not like working under time pressure. I am not as good of a real-time game player as I am at a take a moment to think, especially in puzzle game kind of situations. Okay, we don't know how many monsters are left. We do know that exactly one of these, and since there has to be one here and there has to be one here, it has to be here. Okay, so that was actually really good. Let's finish. And I need to get something that's going to get rid of this omen. So let's just hope we encounter it at some point. Library. Become an expert in certain items. Tell me more. Choose a subject to study for a question mark. Minions, killing, defense, revealing, or turn. I presume that this is just gonna... I don't know what this is gonna do. Let's say reveal. Codex updated. Your research pays off. So we got something that looked like a bow there. I'm curious to go look at that in the Codex right now. I'm pretty sure we can always just return to the quest in progress. But let me see if I can locate that bow that we just saw. We have this golden ring. Where would this thing be? There's the boomerang I've been using. There was the chef's hat, which I don't really remember. Wand of Embers, burn all visible monsters, right. Timepiece, cuts the duration of status effects in half. Here it is. This is the new thing. Valentine Bow. 400 mana, 26 coins. Target cell is revealed if it's not already open. If the cell has a monster, 200 mana is returned to this item and the monster becomes your familiar. Neat. So it's like Cupid's bow, and it's like you shoot, and if you hit a monster, it becomes your Valentine. I guess is like the joke of the name. But I guess it's just a random item that I don't think I actually have in my inventory. We'll go back and check and see if it's actually in my inventory right now. Borrowed time. This is the awful omen that I currently have. Every 5 minutes, lose half your lives. And I guess it would make more sense for borrowed time if you're at 1 not to take you down to 0, so that it's not instant death. It's just making what would have previously been you have some buffer into you're always carrying around no buffer, I think. Alright, so yeah, I am continuing this quest. And in my inventory, I do actually have the bow. So it's not just the case that I unlock the bow as a thing I can get in the future, but I have it right now. So, yeah. Basically, next time I have 50-50, shoot the Valentine bow, I think is what I have learned here. And this guy is going to have your status effect timers do not update. That could be good, so this 216 isn't going anywhere. Okay. And there's a whole lot of things happening here. I'm going to choose to grab my coins first. Then let's see. Selling an apple for 8 coins might be worth it. Wait a minute. This timer's running again. I call shenanigans. 5 coins and I'll fight for you. For 5 coins, that's definitely worth it, I think. The apple will decide at the end. We'll wait until we've lost half our life somewhere along the way. Reveal target cell and gain a random open. Alright, so if you're desperate and you have to reveal a cell, you can gain an omen as a penalty for knowing it. Alright. Meanwhile, my minion is going and fighting for me, and I have found target cell gains or loses ethereal. Right. Oh, and I should go ahead and throw the boomerang. There's like practically no penalty to doing that, assuming I still own it. So ethereal is what? Aura that gains mana equal to the cell value each turn. Cell is an extra target of magic items. Gains or loses ethereal. Alright, so I think that's saying that I could put it here, and now I gain 3 mana every turn. I think is how I read that. I don't know. Do I have something else I want to use? Maybe not. There aren't visible monsters right now. Torch. Let's go ahead and just use the torch somewhere that looks like it's going to be problematic so that it can be recharging. Let's put it over near this 4 so that I get some information. There we go. Reveal the monster. Great. And so now if I wanted to... I could also just throw the Molotov. We'll wait until more desperate times for that. Okay. Alright. I'm glad that we have a familiar walking around killing guys at least. So I feel like I have some kind of asset to help me out here, to offset all of the hardships we are currently playing under. Oh my goodness. This is also one of those places where all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, I am recording this, right? The answer clearly is yes, since you were watching it. The miracle of speaking to the future. Alright. Mercenary's still doing work. Good for him. Alright. Seems like he's kind of exiting that area. So let's see where else I can go to do something useful. Okay, Opal of Mana is fully charged. Do I have any 4s revealed? Yes. Let's put it here, and hope that that's gonna recharge my mana even faster, if I'm reading that correctly. Alright. Lots of nice things over here. Alright, lots of information, lots of open spaces. Everybody's happy. Especially you, and me, and the mercenary makes 3. Familiar! Time is running out. Yeah. It keeps cutting my life in half, but my life's at 1 anyway, so cutting it in half doesn't matter. Haha! I'm immune to your crazy omen. All I had to do is skate on the edge for the rest of my life. Alright, mercenary might do work over there, so let's try to find somewhere else to go. Such as here. Great. Great. I'm saying the word great when things are clearly actually not that great. I guess I can tell that this has to go here. And there's nothing there. So, there are 6 monsters remaining. 2 of them are in there. 2 of them are in there. One of those might overlap. One of them's in there. One of them's in there. So, most of these ones in the bottom are probably free. What do I have that could help me out right now? Familiar would help a ton, actually. And since 2 of these are bad guys, let's use the bow. Kablam! Cool! He became my familiar. Alright. That's terrific. So we got 1 of these now. 1 of those, 1 of those. No. Hold on. 1 of these, because this guy's a familiar, he's not a bad guy anymore. I need a chance to move, so do I have any other things I can use here? I could use the Molotov. I could gain another Omen, I really don't want to do that. Might as well reapply this to here, I think. And what was this thing? Burn all visible monsters. There's a visible monster over here. I'm not sure that burning them does a whole lot. But in case I'm misremembering, let's do that. Alright, he just burned. And I don't think that really helped me. Okay, so again, there's 1 in here, there's 1 in here, they might overlap. There's 1 in here, there's 1 in here, they might overlap. There's only 5 monsters. This guy's a familiar, so working around these edges, let's just take a random stab and hope we don't die. Great! And this guy did some killing. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, things are happening. Go, Gadget Brian. Here we go. Come on, familiars. Do your thing. I demand. Oh, this familiar died already, and he died, like, getting this one to appear or something. He was not a super strong mercenary. There are 3 monsters remaining. One of them is one of these 2. And 2 of them are in here? Is that correct? 2 of them have to be here, 1 of them has to be here. Which means these 3 all have to be open. Which means it has to be these 2. Which means it has to be this one. Hooray! We survived another level, somehow. Despite the odds. Oh my goodness. Okay, another thing I'm curious about. How many tokens do I have? Could I improve my mastery, like, right now in the middle of the quest? Let's go to the token shop really quick. I only have 25, and I need 30 to unlock the next level of Spy, so I'm still trying to save up for the next thing I want to do there. So I guess let's... Oh, special stage. The hero grows stronger. Yes, I need to grow stronger. Help me. +2 max life. Max life isn't really helping me given the curse that I currently have, the Omen. +2 defense. That might help. And Spellbound +300 mana. I don't know that that's super great. So I guess I'll take this and hope that it helps me. What's the power level in this? 2 to 5. There are some monsters that wouldn't be weak enough, or that wouldn't be strong enough to kill me. So hopefully that will have helped. Let's open up the puzzle, and then before I do anything else... well, these things are recharging except for the torch. Reveal target cell. Can I use the torch anywhere useful right near the beginning? 3 of these 5. Let's go ahead and just use the torch over here somewhere. Alright. So we opened up a square over there. Give me something to eat. Gain 6 coins for feeding him 3 items. Can I feed him an Omen? I doubt it. Where is that Omen, by the way? Borrowed time. Yeah, I don't see a way to, like, click on it to feed him. If I click on him... Oh! He eats them randomly? Okay, he ate one that I didn't mind, actually. After I reuse some of my good items here... I'm gonna go ahead and spend the Molotov, too. I'm gonna try to spend my items. Wow, there was a 6 there. Crazy. And then feed them randomly to this guy and see if possibly he'll eat the Omen. Because I don't think I've ever tried to take advantage of those monsters who eat things. I thought that you were going to intentionally choose what objects to feed. The boomerang is ready to go again. So let's boomerang. It'll come back in 40 turns, which is good because the monster won't be able to eat it during that time. And I'd really like this to charge up so that I can use the bow and then feed items to the monster, ideally. Okay, so I have kind of an interesting meta plan with regards to feeding monsters, or feeding... What is this guy called? He's a stranger, the hungry plant, I believe, is the correct terminology if I'm remembering the game's vocabulary. Wand of Embers, remind me what that was. Burn all visible monsters. There aren't any visible monsters right now, so let's not activate that. There's still a lot of places I can make progress in this puzzle, so don't panic. Let some things recharge. When the bow recharges, we'll find somewhere suitable to fire it, and then we'll try feeding a monster, or sorry, feeding a stranger. There's a 0 here that I failed to notice, so let's take advantage of that. Alright, those guys have to be there. The boomerang, let's boomerang again. It's a very nice item. He unlocked the 1 down there. The Opal of Mana is fully charged, and I have a 6. Although it was a burning 6. And so if I were to click on it, I think it would burn me and kill me. Or would my armor take it? Poop. I'm gonna find out. If this kills me, it'll be information. Interesting. It did not burn me. It did not appear to use any armor. So apparently when you're just targeting a spell, you don't get burned by clicking on burning things, I think is what's happening there. It's also possible that there's another game mechanic at play that I'm missing right now because, as usual, there's a million things going on that I'm unfamiliar with. And I'm trying to play the game and speculate about them all at once. So it's possible the brain is operating incorrectly. Alright, I found some money. It's very nice. We like money. For those who are unsure about how we feel about money, the answer is we like it. Okay, that has to be there. This will open up a bit over here. This guy got 10 coins. I'll forge body armor. And right now, I'm not wearing any body armor. So yes, let's do it. He's going to take some turns for him to do that, but that's fine. I can wait. Well, wait. I can play the game, and while I'm playing the game, we'll make some progress, and eventually that will happen. My Half-Life countdown timer is about to happen again. Don't really need to replace the Opal of Mana, because I'm still happy with where it's at. Okay, here's your armor, Chief. So, it just ended up in my inventory. 9 armor! Wow! If this would break, you lose all your coins, 4 to 5 every 1 for every 5 coins. Neat! Alright. That's like super duper armor. Now... now I just have to not die to other reasons, I suppose. The boomerang's back, by the way. So let's go ahead and use it again. There's so much stuff happening at once. I can't keep up. The torch is fully charged. Okay, the torch could save me right at the end. So let's hold on to the torch for the moment. Okay, and the bow is fully charged. The bow is really going to save me at some point here. 6 of these 8 have bad guys in them, so I'm tempted just to go ahead and spend the bow right now. Alright, we hit a monster. Great. No. Yeah, he's a familiar now. Right, exactly. We didn't hit a monster. We hit a monster. We converted him into a familiar, and now he's going to fight for me, I think. And that will help. Oh, gosh. Yeah, okay, good. He's revealed a Medusa named Ian. Apparently. Oh, dear. This game. I feel like my commentary is chaos, but I think that's acceptable because I think it's the game itself that is chaos. And so my commentary merely reflects reality. Exactly one of those means this one is safe. Oh boy. I need to make a foothold into here somehow. So from the bottom, I should be able to find my way in. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Now we've made some progress into here. Exactly one of those two means that this one has to be. Which opens up a bunch over here. Great. Boom again. Yes, boomerang. Thank you for coming back and helping me out. And maybe I'm not going to be feeding the hungry plant after all. That is a monster. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, both of those are done. The bow is fully charged again, so we'll use it if we need it soon. But we might not actually need it, because what had been going horribly all of a sudden seems to be going pretty well. Once again, that guy has to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those guys have to go there. Yeah, good things are happening here. Look at this. Is that everything? Clearly not, but almost. Okay, I got some 50-50 stuff happening over there. There are 3 monsters remaining. 2 of them are here. One of them's in here. It could be an overlap, but since I know 2 of them are here, let's fire the bow in there. Alright. So it's got to be these 2, and that's going to solve almost everything, I think. Yep. Okay, great. Okay, somehow, miraculously, we're still holding on. We have a ton of armor, but I am at 1 heart. So it'd be pretty nice to find some hearts somewhere along the way. And what do we get here? Raptor Avatar. Don't really care about the avatars. There's an item shop. We have 92 money. Let's see if we can buy something good. Priests are more common. They'll remove all your omens at once. That's pretty great. Randomly reveals 1 to 3 monsters. That's great. Target 5x5. Smallest value in that area. Okay, all these things sound good, and I can probably afford all of them, so let's spend our money. Alright. So we bought some items that'll hopefully help us. And I'm going to try to do another level here.
Go with God.
Let's see. It's a priest. I'll remove an omen and cast Sanctify on all the other cells with objects for 11 coins. There aren't that many cells with objects yet. I'm not sure exactly what Sanctify does. There's a 0 over here, so I'm going to pay him for that service momentarily. But first I'm just going to see if I can open up any other cells, and what else could I use to open cells? There aren't visible monsters. That doesn't help. Torch, let's randomly reveal, there we go. I'm not sure if monsters count as objects. And reveal a number of cells in target 5x5 area equal to the smallest visible value in that area. Yeah, let's just use this somewhere, like here. Boom. Smallest visible value. Okay, so there was a 0 in here apparently somewhere. I think is what I just learned. And yeah, now let's pay the priest. Alright, I'm free from sin, so my thing that's having my life has gone away, so we got rid of that omen. And so now if I could just find myself some hearts, all of a sudden I could really turn this thing around, because we do have a ton of armor. And yeah, that could be a huge asset if we can just get a little bit of life to help cushion some of the blow as well, I think. Boom again. Yes, boomerang. Do your thing. Kablam. That was actually a very fortunate boomerang spot, because it's going to open a bunch here. This is, yeah, priest again, but this time we don't have any omens. However, having the extra priest kind of in reserve gives us more insurance against opening future treasure chests that might turn out to be bad. Exactly one of these 2 means this one, actually we can tell that it's those. Just from there. That 3 tucked in the corner. Oh, treasure chest. Speaking of treasure chests. What is this? Rabbit's Foot. Every 20 cells open, reveal a random cell. Awesome. That's a legendary, I believe. And that might be the first time I've had a legendary that might actually take effect. In the history of me playing this game, and so that's going to be super awesome when it kicks in. And I think it'll kick in shortly. So exactly one of these 2, but 2 of these 3. I mean, it has to be this one. Let's just try to find some other easy cells. I want to see this rabbit's foot kick in. And it only has 12 left before it'll kick in. And the boomerang's ready to throw, so let's throw that. Kablam. Alright, and the rabbit's foot's going to kick in really soon now. 2 more cells. 1 of these, 3 of these implies this one has to be. There we go. You can't catch a rabbit! Alright, I didn't see what cell it revealed. Probably somewhere off screen to the bottom. But I'm content in knowing that it did. I just corded and revealed some numbers nearby for cording a 4, I think, due to my spy mastery. Which is great. Let's see. Do I have any other things that I should be using? Still a number of things charging. What was this one? Burn all visible monsters. Is there a reason I wouldn't want to do that? Let's just go ahead and do it. Toasty! Alright. So burning them I think was good. I'm still not entirely certain how that behaved. but it did seem to open up some more bits of the puzzle, and I'm happy with that.
Go with God.
What are you hiding? Good job, Rabbit's Foot. Alright, yeah, the priests are definitely super common. Time to throw again. Yeah, boomerang. Go, go, gadget, boomerang. Alright. Yeah, I think we might have... It feels like this game, due to its items, has certain thresholds or inflection points. There was a while where I felt like I was holding on for dear life, and now all of a sudden with the set of items and the amount of defense that I have, I feel like we may have crossed the inflection point and now it's gone the other way, and now I'm in very good shape potentially. Show me the goods. It's the Rabbit's Foot. That's right. Show me the goods. Alright, I know that that is safe. Has to be that. Okay, those open up over there. Okay, let's just continue to be patient. Don't do anything foolish. 2 means it has to be those 2. Exactly one of those. Exactly one of these means that these are open due to this too. Great. Fantastic. Stupendous. Everything's coming up Millhouse. So we have 50-50 there. So it's one of these 3. And then this 3 means it has to be one of these. There's 8 monsters remaining. Let's do another section of the puzzle and let the Rabbit's Foot kick in for us for a little bit. It has to be both of those. And then what do we have going over here? We got a 50-50. Various 50-50s over there. Over here, we actually have some information. The boomerang's back. Go, go, gadget, boomerang. Kablam! I might have wanted to wait on the boomerang until I had revealed all the things that I could know about. I do have the torch. The bow has not recharged yet, but I do have the torch that I could use. So I have a 50-50 here. I have a 50-50 here. There's only 3 monsters left. Yeah, and the 50-50 here. But if I know there's 50-50 here and a 50-50 here, it means that these 2 squares have to be open. And that allows me to place this monster and this monster. So now we just have the one 50-50. I can't reason about it, so this would be a great place, I think, to go ahead and use the torch. Just so that we don't break any of our armor. So let's light this up, and it turned out to be okay. I would still love to find a heart somewhere, please, game. It would make me feel better, even if I'm wearing all this armor, to have some more life. We have 67 coins. Let's go ahead and try to spend them once again. Actually, we're probably at the end of an episode, aren't we? For 100 coins, collecting coins flags a random monster instead of lining your wallet. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Let's buy that. For missing more than half your lives when you complete a stage, restore your life to max. Yes, I want that. And I can't buy this one now. Target cell gains or loses burning. Okay, that's fine. I do think we have to cut an episode here, so hopefully next time I'm in good shape to try to finish this one off. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon for more DemonCrawl. For now, bye-bye.